So I run the marching band program, the concert band, wind ensemble, jazz band, pep band stuff here at Silver Creek. I also teach music history, AP music theory, AV production, and help with a bunch of other stuff on the side. If you are interested in joining the band program, the best way to do that is join band class as a sixth grader at the middle school with Miss Jockum. We can get students on and involved in the program after that, but it's always a little bit more difficult. So it's preferable that you join as a middle schooler and then work your way through the program. So band is kind of a unique class. It is co-curricular, so it has elements of the class that happen outside of regular classroom hours, basically concerts. It is a group activity, so it's an ensemble of students who have to play together and rely on each other, and their success is based off of the success of their classmates. So it is not really an individualized work ethic, it's more of a group work ethic, which can be quite different for students who have never experienced that before. In terms of explaining the class, it's a band class. We make music together, we learn about life together, we try to understand our role in the ensemble and how we fit into that larger group and how we can be supportive and excellent members of that group. There's a lot of things that are special about the moments that you can have while conducting and teaching. A lot of it, because music is so temporal, it's in that moment and you can't ever really recapture and relive that moment. So many of the great things that happen when you're a performer musically are in that moment, and no amount of video equipment or audio equipment can really capture what those things feel like and what those moments really are. Whenever a performance just works, when everyone is focused and playing together and is able to communicate an emotion through moving airwaves, it's difficult to explain what that feeling is like, but it's pretty universal for a lot of band students and really any students in a performing ensemble to have that moment be something really special and unique. So like all kids, it's hard to know exactly where you want to fit in a school environment, and sometimes people are more concerned about what their friends are doing than they are what they want to do, especially in middle school. Kids are really concerned about what their friends are involved with. And my response to that is the kinds of friends you probably want are probably going to be in the band program with you. And I know that was my experience whenever I was a kid. I know that's a lot of other people's experience too, that they find their people, for whatever that's supposed to mean, whenever they join band or choir or theater. If you are thinking about that, you should try it and see if that's the place where you fit in the most. If that's where you find your social circle, if that's where you find a sense of fulfillingness in terms of doing something worthwhile. It's also just a nice distraction from sitting in a class learning about other subjects that maybe you're interested in but don't have the ability to interact with. In a band class, you have the ability to interact with the material that's being taught to you in that moment. And that interactivity is really engaging for a lot of students that aren't otherwise as engaged in class. So basically, just try it. You might actually like it. It's the worst thing that could happen is that you like it.
Concert band is pretty much your foray into it. It's your introduction into the world of professional bands in terms of performing this music that you may have heard of, you may have not, but influential songs and maybe some that are just for fun. Wind Ensemble is tailoring that. Wind Ensemble is taking that to the next level. It's an audition-only experience, but once you get into that, there's a lot more opportunities that you get to explore. Getting the honor to perform such reverent pieces for members of the armed forces and veterans of such as well, it was just... It's so memorable. I would say marching band is an experience all in itself. It's difficult, it is painful sometimes, but it's the most fun experience I had in the band program by far. I think the most defining moment was it's indescribable, really. It's directly after a competition. You go back to the buses, it's quiet. That time is it's sacred, it's hallowed. Favorite show had to be Body and Soul, my sophomore year. Not only was that the first year that we qualified to go to semi-state, but it was also the first year that we found our own as a band, where it was not a ragtag collection of people. We found our center and pushed through. And I think that's our biggest accomplishment as well. Jazz band is your opportunity to introduce more creativity into what you do. It brings improvisation and that little sunshine into it almost. I think getting the opportunity to explore yourself, play things that you never thought you could be, and also seeing that in other people, figure out new layers to what they can do. That was definitely that.
I've been in almost everything that Smith has to offer, and it's been a great time in everything that I've done.
I've done wind ensemble, jazz band, a couple years of pep band, and marching band, which that has definitely been my favorite experience in the band program.
I've been in the concert band, the wind ensemble, jazz band, marching band, music theory, and music history. I've done all the things.
It's a great opportunity to get to know people that are like you and get to be in a group that will really include you. It's very welcoming and it's like a different home.
My favorite wind ensemble place to play was Undertow or Stardance. I love Stardance.
My favorite show was probably my first one I did, which was Fully Charged.
As far as like playing music goes, jazz band has been my favorite. Just the ability to take solos and kind of show off, as it were, to everyone that's watching you is wonderful.
It's never too late. It's never too late. We always have a place for somebody, and different aspects for different people. We have everything.